We begin here at 11 tonight with primary night and the question of who will be the next governor of New Jersey. It didn't take long for the winners to declare victory. On the GOP side, Jack Ciattarelli was called first, roughly 20 minutes after polls closed at 8 o'clock. He has just over, actually almost 68% of the vote there, with 87% of the vote in. Now over on the Democratic side, Mikie Sherrill won her party's nomination, 87% of the vote in there as well, and she has 34% of the vote. Christine Sloan, live for us in Homedale, New Jersey, with what both nominees are saying tonight. Christine?
Well, Christine, there were no surprises in both the Republican and Democratic primaries. The two candidates leading in the polls, both clenching wins for their parties. Jack Ciattarelli, endorsed by President Donald Trump, telling a crowded room he won all 21 New Jersey counties and thanking the president for backing him.
And to our most well-known part-time New Jersey resident who honored me with his endorsement and strong support, thank you, President Donald J. Trump.
Ciattarelli will face Mikie Sherrill, the Democratic nominee for governor, the former Navy helicopter pilot, sweeping a crowded field and winning the primary.
This country is too beautiful to be beholden to the cruelty and self-interest that Jack and Trump are trying to hoist on her.
Both candidates now reaching out to independent voters who always determine the outcome of elections in the Garden State.
Democrats have controlled our state legislature here in New Jersey for 25 years. And for the last 8 years, they and the person they nominated tonight have rubber stamped and enabled every extremist and costly idea Phil Murphy has put forth. Make no mistake, Mikie Sherrill is Phil Murphy 2.0.
We built a nation and people say the scars we have are ugly. We fund this nation, and yet Trump and MAGA Republicans in D.C. want to raise your taxes and take away your health care and education dollars. The president comes here nonstop to his golf course, and he calls our state a horror show.
Ciattarelli says that Sherrill tripled her net worth to $10 million while in Congress based on her husband's stock holdings. Sherrill says that her husband's a broker and that she did not gain an edge as a congresswoman. Both candidates celebrating tonight, but beginning the battle tomorrow morning. We're live in Homedale, New Jersey. Christine Sloan, CBS News, New York.
Christine, let's talk about money here for a minute. This was one of the most expensive elections here in the state, and it was just the primary.
Yes, certainly more than $80 million spent just on this election, one of the most expensive elections in the state's history. And of course, now we have these two candidates, both of them also spending a lot of money, one endorsed by Donald Trump and the other saying she'll be doing everything to fight the president.
All right, Christine Sloan for us, live in Homedale. Thank you, Christine. Let's bring in political experts now, J.C. Palanco and also O'Brien Murray. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Let's talk about any surprises here tonight. Any surprises for you?
I'm surprised if progressives didn't show up more tonight and where they are, which is good news for the Democrats going forward. It's going to bring unity to the party. But I would have expected, with what's going on out in L.A. right now, for there to be more of a progressive movement at the last minute here.
I agree. Listen, Major Ras Baraka, biggest city in New Jersey, was all over national media for 2 weeks, raised $1 million after being arrested for disrupting that ICE conference. So I'm surprised that he didn't make it at least to number 2. But it goes to show you something, Christine. It goes to show you that New Jersey Democrats recognized that New Jersey is a swing state this year, and they have to come to the middle. And they decided to go with the Congresswoman, Navy vet, helicopter pilot, mother of 4, centrist Democrat. I think they saw the writing on the wall. This could be a very interesting year.
What about President Trump? His name was mentioned on both sides of the aisle here. Ciattarelli endorsed by him, but then all the Democratic candidates were saying that they were going to go in and fight the president.
Which is, again, if you look at what's happening in New York City mayor's race with progressives out there fighting so much, where they were in New Jersey with Trump being not on the ballot, but his name being bandied about, I would have expected a lot more of them to show up against Trump that time just to deliver a message to him.
Powerful endorsement. As soon as President Trump endorsed Ciattarelli, it was over. Look how fast you called tonight's election. Within 20 minutes. He called That endorsement in a Republican primary is gold. He showed it tonight. So President Trump claims a victory with this primary. Simultaneously, we know Congresswoman Sherrill is going to bring him up over and over and over again, reminding New Jersey voters.
So reading the tea leaves looking forward, what did tonight's results tell you about voters' concerns and needs in New Jersey?
As James Carville said, it's the economy, stupid. That's all it comes down to.
Still the economy.
In New Jersey, it's property taxes, which brings up Murphy. You heard it tonight in the Republican side of the House. They're talking about a Democratic governor still, even though his name's not on the ballot. So come November, you're going to have President Trump on the ballot. You're going to have Governor Murphy on the ballot, as well as your two nominees tonight for the Democratic and Republican parties.
But what about immigration, JC?
On immigration is a big issue. And the reason why is that we faced it in New York. And because the New York media market spills over to New Jersey, you know Ciattarelli is going to bring it over and over again. But, you know, Congresswoman Sherrill has taken a moderate position on that. And I think that's what New Jersey voters wanted to see. That's what New Jersey Democrats voted for today. And they voted for someone that's a centrist. It's going to be a very interesting November.
JC, O'Brien, thank you both very much.
Thank
Appreciate you always being here with us.
Thank you.
For more on the governor's race and all of your election coverage, just head over to cbsnewyork.com.